You know, my friends, the weather experts tell us that lightning, it never ever strikes the same place twice. Okay, so if that is the case, my friends, and if you are ever struck by lightning, then just stay still, relax, don't move, you're okay. It is never ever going to happen to you again in that place. You know what? I'm not actually convinced of that logic, and probably neither are you. And talking of logic, I know I'm not absolutely convinced of the logic of this fragrance. We'll come to that in a minute. First of all though, come here. A massive, arms open wide, warm welcome to a John Legg fragrance review. Trust me, I'm the furthest thing from a professional. This channel is not monetized, I'm not monetized, I'm not sponsored. I'm seriously just a random crazy guy with a massive, humongous collection of fragrances and a massive passion that I want to pass that passion on to you, to get you to spray a good fragrance every single day. Relentless spraying. Where were we? Oh yeah, Carolina Herrera's Bad Boy Cobalt. Where are we? Let's try and focus it. This is where I could crash and burn. Bad Boy Cobalt Elixir. Okay, just launching here in 2024 here in the UK. For a while though, we have had this one, haven't we? We've had Bad Boy Cobalt Parfum Electrique. Okay, how much has this Carolina Herrera's Bad Boy Cobalt got to do with the original Cobalt? No, the original Bad Boy. Okay, it shares the Lightning Streak bottle. Honestly, if I was to smell this and then to smell the original Bad Boy, which is that creamy kind of chocolatey, smooth, silky, sexy kind of fragrance, I wouldn't associate the two unless I'd seen the bottles. Okay, now first of all, before we get onto the Cobalt Elixir, let's deal with the original Cobalt. Because you know what, I've had this for a while. I haven't used a massive amount. I've had it for a while. I've never actually reviewed it, so we're going to quickly deal with this. Why have I got this one? Well, let me spray it for you. That's not the reason why I've got it, but I'm going to tell you. Okay. The reason, my friends, why I've got this one is because someone sent me a message the one time and they said, Leggy, you're a massive fan of Invictus Platinum, which I am, and they said Cobalt shares a lot of similarities. And you know, my friends, even though the notes on paper are not really the same, it actually does. What I would say though, you put these two up, Carolina Herrera's A Bad Boy Cobalt Parfum Electrique and Invictus Platinum, let me tell you the difference between these two. They do share similarities. You know what, the DNA is very loosely the same, but Cobalt is a bit like Platinum, but it's having a day by the pool, it's relaxed. Cobalt does not have the same sort of punchy, raw, sharp, clean energy as that. If I had to choose between those two all day long, Platinum, this one literally punches me round the chompers every time I wear it. This one is sharp, it is clean, it is very attention grabbing. Cobalt is very similar, but it's like a toned down, a more relaxed version. And I say, even though on paper the notes are very different, it comes across as a similar sort of vibe, but I say a more relaxed, a by the pool, a chillaxed kind of version of Invictus Platinum. So where does Cobalt Elixir fit into all of that? Because this is new. Okay, what's the difference? Okay, the bottle's slightly darker blue and it says the word Elixir in gold on the front. Okay, but that's not the only difference, because the scent inside the bottle, the juice inside the bottle is somewhat different. Well, how does it differ? Well, if I spray it, I'll be able to tell you. So stay there, don't go anywhere, please stay there. It's only going to be a spray from here. Okay. This is where I sort of struggle with the logic of this one. it's got the cobalt, you know what, instantly you go, oh, this is something to do with cobalt, because it has the cobalt in there, but then almost instantly you get a very heavy dose of frankincense and a big splodge of vanilla, which takes a very energetic kind of fragrance, a very sort of sporty kind of fragrance, a very summer and warm weather friendly kind of fragrance, to being not so sporty, not so energetic, not so sort of summery kind of fragrance. It's right, listen, I'm saying it's not a bad fragrance, it's just that I don't understand quite why they have dolloped so much heaviness over what was a very, very nice, sharp, clean, sporty summer fragrance. Okay. And although I did check the website, although apparently the notes have changed, okay, because in original Cobalt, you've got like a lavendery, peppery start. In the middle, you've got like a kind of a sugary kind of, like a crusty, sugary kind of note. It's on this side, isn't it? And then you've got some sweet woods at the base. And according to the old gal's website, Carolina Herrera, she says that the notes, the top, the middle and the base have kind of all pretty much changed. But honestly, I get cobalt with the differences with the frankincense and the vanilla. And the weird thing is, for a lot of the time, I can just smell the original cobalt vibe, and then for some of the time, I can just literally smell the vanilla-y, gloopy sort of frankincense note. It's almost like the glue that they've used to stick this sort of blend together hasn't totally glued it. So you're either going to get cobalt or you're going to get the frankincense and the vanilla. All right. So if you've got it, please send me a message, because what's happened for me is they have taken a very bright, energetic sort of perfume electrique, and they have kind of, in some ways, dulled it down. They've sort of made it, okay, I don't know if I'm going to explain this well. It's now like a summery fragrance, a sporty fragrance for the cooler weather. Does that make any kind of sense? If I don't make sense, then perhaps the logic of this fragrance doesn't make sense, or maybe it's just me. Okay. So honestly, what's the performance like? Well, the original Cobalt for me is about a 4-hour fragrance. It isn't really massive on its projection, but it sort of stays as a scent bubble for all of those 4 hours. Yes, it does project a little bit, and I've had a few people comment on it. What I haven't had is anyone comment on Elixir, okay? Because once again, it's about a 4, maybe 5-hour fragrance, but it does sit really quite close on my skin. Now whether, because it's here in the UK, we're actually in the middle of the summer, okay, we're hitting heady heights of 26 degrees. Oh no, get excited, get excited. But whether it would be better in the cooler weather, I don't honestly know. But for me, Cobalt is kind of sporty, summery kind of fragrance. So Cobalt Elixir, I don't know, is it going back to sort of a cooler weather fragrance? That's where I completely, okay. So just to recap, it is a fantastic fragrance. It's a kind of quite a nice twist on the original Cobalt sort of thing. It kind of goes from a very energetic fragrance to one which is a lot more subdued, a lot more sort of serious. It could still be worn by anyone, because I've got to be honest, Cobalt, a little bit like Platinum, Invictus Platinum, it can be worn any age. It can be pretty much worn any season, although Platinum and the original Cobalt is particularly suited for the warmer weather. This one, on the other hand, this one hasn't really sort of done anything for me in the warmer weather. Maybe it will be better in the cooler weather, but then I kind of thought it was a summery kind of fragrance. The logic, my friends, the logic is kind of crazy. And I'm going to go and leave you with working out that conundrum of exactly what this fragrance is all about. Okay, I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm not here to make money. Honestly, my friends, I'm just here to push you, to nudge you into getting that spraying kind of finger, itching, itching, itching and spraying all day long. So, please come back for the next review, because I would love, love, love to see you again. Please drop me a comment. Say, Leggy, you're talking more rubbish than a wheelie bin, or whatever you want to say. I'll always thumb you up. I'll always come back to you, even if you tell me I'm talking rubbish. Please do a thumbs up. Click on the old thumbs up and it will jump around and give you a little sort of buzz feeling. It will give me a buzz feeling as well. I'm going to go, I'm going to love you and leave you, but I'm going to leave you with this conundrum. Now I need a hand to press the off button, so I'm going to have to put these down. Stay safe, keep spraying, and I'll see you next time. I've got the off button. I've got this one sorted. No more problems with this off button, although I can't see it with the glasses on. Goodbye.